Here at Punchestown, a race that never fails to excite, and recent renewals have been special.
Saturday Chop, long run on the near side. Saturday Chop, and Davy Russell win it. The race up close to finish. Don Cossack and Paul Carberry striding away. Don Cossack wins. But Carlingford Lock is going to win the Bibby Financial Services Punchestown Gold Cup. Wins it well.
Yeah, it is something to look forward to, and we're looking back right now. In the parade ring is Boston Bob, and what a lovely specimen he is. He was owned by Graham and Angela Wiley, trained obviously by Willie Mullins. He won 10 races, he won 4 Grade 1s. He won this race in 2014 it was, and he beat First Lieutenant and Long Run. A lovely, lovely horse. He won a Melling Chase as well, and he retired 12 months ago. Oh, Davy Russell has come to join me. Davy, we're in for a bit of a treat here. This is a race you have won before, Sir Deschamps, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sir Deschamps won it for me. He's point to point now at the moment. Jerry Spain is Pat Doyle is training him, but no, it was a good day. Good day here now. He jumped a little bit left and made a mistake at the last, but no, he was a very good horse.
What about this field here? You were just looking at Sizing John. He's a magnificent horse.
Whoever bought him or ever had anything to do with buying him, he's the most outstanding looking racehorse you'll ever put an eye on. Oh God, he's gorgeous. It's a pleasure to be here watching him walk around the parade ring, and I think, look, again, he is the form bearer, really. You know, they all have to get to him. It's unknown what Mark Cheltenham has left on him, but walking around there, Cheltenham hasn't left any mark on him. He's looking outstanding.
Davey, stay with us, and we're going to check now, first of all, on the runners and riders for this latest renewal of the Coral-sponsored Punchestown Gold Cup.
Yes, thank you very much, Robert. Well, Dave, you asked about Sizing John. It was John Blaheen, of course, the Blaheen brothers in Galway that purchased Sizing John. He's a real gorgeous horse. 16,000 euros as a foal, of course, the son of Midnight Legend. They also sold, of course, Sizing Europe to Henry de Bromhead for the Potts family. Here are the 10-year trends on the Coral Punchestown Gold Cup. Davy Russell has won it once on Sir Deschamps. Ruby Walsh has won it 5 times. At Carlingford Lock last year, that was a special day for John Kiley, Don Cossack, Boston Bob, China Rock followed the plan. Notre Père, of course, won it as well. Notre Père winning in the hands of Andrew Lynch, of course. He rides Flemingstad to the Neptune Calange, winning it twice in 08 and 07 in the hands of Ruby Walsh, of course. Ruby winning it for the first time back in 1999, rolling back the years. And who was the winner? You've got it in one. Imperial Call, of course. On that occasion, he was trained by Raymond Hurley under the guidance of the late and great Fergie Sutherland. Here are the runners and riders for this year's renewal. It's a corker. It's the Coral Punchestown Gold Cup. €250,000 in prize money. And 1 is Champagne West, David Mullins. 2, Coney Gree, Nico de Boinville. 3, Jackadam, Ruby Walsh. 4, Fleming Star, Andrew Lynch. 5, Outlander is Brian Cooper. And number 6, Sizing John, the Gold Cup heroine of month to go, the mount of Robbie Power. Here's the latest betting. Even money, Sizing John, Jackadam 11-4, 6-1 Coney Gree, Outlander 8-1, Champagne West 12-1, and 66-1 Fleming Star. Tom Lee and Leon Blanche from Boyle Sports. What a race, gentlemen.
It is a cracker, and so it should be. It is the Gold Cup, and I think anyone who's here today hopes to see a bit of history. No horse has won the Leopardstown Gold Cup, the Punchestown Gold Cup, and the Cheltenham Gold Cup. Sizing John is bidding to win 3 in a row. He's only a 7-year-old, Brian. There was a little bit of opposition against him a few moments ago, but it's come back on. Tips against. He's 11-10 on now, and I think the sun is shining. The ground is perfect for him. Is there any reason to oppose him? He was so impressive at Cheltenham. Everyone was questioning, would he stay 3 miles, 2.5 furlongs? He didn't just stay. He took off after the last fence. I think Robbie Power is riding with so much confidence at the moment. I think he's the horse to beat. Jackadam probably would have finished second only for that bad mistake at the second last. Coney Gree, look, he was a super winner of a Gold Cup, but this is not his ground. He likes soft ground. And then you're looking at Outlander. He was a winner of Alexis. Maybe his run was too bad to be true at Cheltenham, but I think the favourite, Brian, he's the one they all have to beat.
Tom Lee.
I'm struggling to think of a better renewal of this race for several seasons. Sizing John, rock solid, even money on the exchanges. Leon's comments just then exactly mirrored with what's being played out in the betting market. Of course, it's shifting every second. It's liquid and huge sums being wagered into a race of this prestige. So precisely even money, Sizing John. The money horse this morning was Jackadam. That has continued. 100-30 in the offices when they opened 9 o'clock this morning, into 11-4 here on the track. The weak one, understandably, we haven't seen him for 5 months. the British visitor, Coney Gree, who, had it been raining here the last 2, 3, 4 days, appreciably his chance would have increased, but his first run after a break, probably the ground a little bit too quick. I just wonder about him. Rock solid Sizing John, and a little bit of cash for Jack Adam, 0.30 into 11-4.
Very briefly, Leon, the two other races, the Racing Post Champion Bumper and the Guinness Handicap Chase, words of wisdom, where are the punters putting their money in those two races?
Well, they're still sticking with Gordon Elliott's mare Fianna. She was so impressive at Cheltenham, she nearly didn't jump off. She gets a £7 mare allowance. It's going to be a big help to her, but I do like Jessie Harrington someday. And in the big handicap chase, I have a little bit of a squeak for Sizing Granite at 12-1 each way, but the money has come for Ruby Walsh and Willie Mullins, the French import, Polydam.
Of course, there's a Sizing John has won the Irish Gold Cup, the English Gold Cup. He's not, of course, bidding to be the first horse. Imperial Call also did it, but in different years, of course. Imperial Call also won the Irish Gold Cup, the Cheltenham Gold Cup and the Coral Punchestown Gold Cup. We have two previous Cheltenham Gold Cup heroines in the race, Sizing John and Coney Gree. And earlier this afternoon, our very own Andy Mack got the thoughts of their respective pilots, Robbie Power and Nico de Boinville.
I'm joined by Nico de Boinville and Robbie Power ahead of today's Coral Gold Cup, and these two both have big shouts in it. Nico, you're yet to ride a winner in Ireland, but it'd be a great way to start off in the Gold Cup. And do you think Coney Gree can do it after such an absence?
Look, it's a big ask, and he's coming back from a bit of injury, and he's all these horses are race fit, and we're just lacking a bit of match practice. But look, he comes in good order, and we had a good spin round Foss last the other day. So, like I said, we've got to serve it up to him.
Must be a spin you're looking forward to, a big, bold, good jumping, front running horse like that.
Yeah, very much. I think this track will suit him as well. So they've done a tremendous job with the ground. So hopefully he'll put up a good show.
Robbie Power, you've been on an absolutely fantastic run. I believe 9 big festival winners so far this year. Is Sizing John going to keep that going?
Well, hopefully. Look, he seems in great form. Seems to come out of Cheltenham well. Kate rides him out every day at home, and she's very happy with him. So, look, he's given all the right signs at home. Obviously, this time of year, you don't know until you go back to the racecourse what effects Cheltenham have left on him. But we couldn't be happy with him at home, and hopefully he'll run a good race anyway.
Well, Nico's busy up front. You'll be taking your time and coming with a late swoop.
I'm not going to talk tactics before the race, Andy.
All right, well, best of luck later.
Cheers, thank you.
Yes, no better man. Robbie Power absolutely on fire. And so is this lady beside me, Jessie. Now, I'm going to not keep you very long, Jessie, because I know you want to go and watch this. He looks fantastic. Everything been going well?
Yeah, everything seems to be going well at home, You're always worried after being in Cheltenham, but he has had 7 weeks, and we let him down, and hopefully we've got him back up and he's in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, by looking at him going around the paddock, I mean, it looks like it took absolutely nothing out of him. I mean, he's a real tough horse, isn't he?
Well, we hope he is. You never know until you go back to the racecourse how much is taken out of them. But this, what he does out there is what matters.
Let's hope the success continues.
Thank you.
Best of luck, Jessie. Thank you. Thank you for waiting.
First we have a look at is Champagne West, and he won the Thyestes in great style. That was a gore, and he won it on soft ground. He'd won his previous start even easier. But in the Gold Cup, well, he ran well for a good while, but he was ultimately outpaced. He's a 14-1 shot.
Number 2 is Coney Gree, coming back after a layoff. Looked impressive when he's schooling in Foss last 10 or 14 days ago. Previous winner for Cheltenham Gold Cup. If he comes back to his best, he has a chance.
Jack Adam looked well at Cheltenham. He looks well again today. You'd say, why would he beat Sizing John? Maybe Sizing John, as Jesse says, won't run as well as he run at Cheltenham, but if they both run to their Cheltenham run, there's no reason why he should beat him. He's been a model of consistency, been second in 2 Gold Cups, he's won nearly 3/4 of a mile in prize money.
Star, yeah, he's 100-1. He's a 12-year-old now. He's the light of other years, but he was some light in his day. He won 4 Grade 1 steeplechases. He won a Durkin here, but he's a fragile horse, and things haven't all gone his own way.
Number 5 is Outlander, the winner of the big race in Leopardstown at Christmas time. Disappointing in Cheltenham behind Sizing John. Back to a track maybe that he does have a liking for. He has his chance each way.
And the last we look at is the Gold Cup winner, and this horse is an absolute, if you're anyway judge of a horse, a nice horse, this is a beautiful horse. Gorgeous, big, strong horse, carried any amount of weight with loads of quality and loads of strength. He's everything you'd like in a good looking horse. The Bleehan sold him as a 3-year-old, good judges of horses, but he's an absolutely gorgeous horse to look at. He's a really lovely specimen, and he's a great horse to boot.
There's a lot of men, Ted, a lot of good looking horses.
Oh, yeah. They're fine horses, these. I mean, most of the people who buy them buy a good-looking horse, and it's nice to see them.
Guys, let's have a look at that Gold Cup. Sizing John beating Manila Rocco, Native River is third, Jackadam is fourth.
Yeah, all the way through the race I thought Jackadam was travelling like a winner, and at every stage of the race, but he misses out. I think this is the second last?
Yeah.
And he misses this out. Oh, just got underneath it, landed. Don't know if it cost him a lot. Took a bit out of him, all right. And the winner wings the last again too. Robbie just gives him a couple of slaps down the shoulder, and he ran away from the back of the last. Manila Rocco ran on really well up the hill, and he runs it, stays at it well. Jackadam he galloped away to the line, but just as he got close to it, Richard Johnson's just getting the better on the far side, and Manila Rocco finishes better than maybe anything. But the winner put a nice bit of daylight between himself and Jackadam. Hard to see him beat him again. It's a great race. I mean, when you have two Gold Cup winners and a horse as good as Jackadam in the race, what more could you ask for?
There's Gordon and his crew down where you usually watch it down the straight. You see Rail and Retton flying down there if they jump the last with a chance.
Davey, Sizing John, you know, he was pretty good over 2 miles. He travels well and he jumps well. Big advantage if he gets the 3, which we know he does.
He gets it and more. And, you know, I suppose really that's why he's such a classy sort of a horse. He was capable of running at the very best over 2. And look, he's bringing out his very best for 3 and 3 plus. You know, it's a sign of a really, really good horse.
Andy, you're down at the start?
Yeah, all 6 have arrived down, having a look at the fence, and they'll just come around now and get their girth tightened in front of us. 5 of the 6 have come down very handy. Funnily, the one who did come down a bit strong, his head low on the ground and taking a pull out of Robbie Power, was Sizing John. Paddy Graff and the starter just letting them know they've got a minute to go before they get their girths checked. I'd imagine it will be probably the Henry de Bromhead horse Champagne West. He tends to bolt along in front, as does Coney Gree, likes to be ridden handy. Coney Gree, a very good jumper, so I'd imagine his jumping may have him ending up in front after they've jumped over 2 or 3 of them, and the likes of Jack Adam and Sizing John coming with a late rattle.
With 2 horses liking to bowl along and 2 dour stayers, Coney Gree and a few of the others.
Champagne West.
Yeah, they go a good gallop, won't they?
Yeah, and Nico Wineville said, look, if they have worries about fitness, he's not too worried about fitness. He's going to leave him rock and roll. So, you know, they will go a good gallop, and the ground is lovely. It's on the slow side of good. It's just perfect jumping ground. So I'd say we're in for a treat.
For the time you get there, we should be just about there.
Coney Gree's a sharpish kind of horse to look at him as well too. He doesn't look a big old-fashioned stayer. He's a quality enough horse.
Tall, narrow, thoughtful lad, and Outlander the same, a bit of style to him, you know. Champagne West is a typical Westerner, you know, a big, awkward looking old devil. I suppose he doesn't really jump brilliant, ready for the off, I'd say.
And they're on their way in the Coral Punchestown Gold Cup, and Champagne West and Coney Gree go on in the early stages. Jackadam racing on the outside of Outlander as they come to the first, and Coney Gree over the first from Champagne West. Outlander a bit slow over it. The back marker early on was the favourite Sizing John as they go towards fence number 2, and Coney Gree in the red and white leads from Champagne West in second. The gap then to Jackadam, followed by Fleming Star, and behind Fleming Star is Outlander, and bringing up the rear is Sizing John, the Irish Gold Cup and Cheltenham Gold Cup winner, as they leave the back straight for the first time and head up towards fence number 3. Coney Gree, Nico de Boinville with a lead of over 4 lengths to Champagne West and David Mullins. Then there's a gap of about 5 to Jackadam and Ruby Walsh. Then Outlander racing between Sizing John, who's on the outside, and on the inner the veteran Fleming Star. All safely over, and coming on now towards the fence before the straight. It will be number 4, and it's still Coney Gree, the 2015 Cheltenham Gold Cup winner, in the lead, over from Champagne West in second, then Jackadam. Sizing John is next, ahead of Fleming Star, and getting a reminder at the back by Brian Cooper for Outlander as they swing into the straight, 2 to jump before they pass the stands. And Coney Gree leads them in the Coral Punchestown Gold Cup from Champagne West in second. Jackadam, runner-up in the race last year and the year before, he's in third. Then comes Sizing John,
in the green and yellow with the red cap, and they're followed over it by Fleming Star and Outlander as they come out of the fence immediately before the stands. Coney Gree followed in second place by Champagne West, out over the sixth fence and coming up to pass the winning post, the circuit ahead of them. Coney Gree, the leader in the big race of the day, leads by 4 to 5 lengths from Champagne West in second. Behind him is Jackadam, and then comes Sizing John. Fleming Star last but one, and finally Outlander as they race uphill to the fence after the stands. Coney Gree out in front, followed by Champagne West in second. Jackadam is third, then Sizing John. Behind the favourite is Fleming Star, and finally Outlander. At the fence, past the stands, Coney Gree over from Champagne West, Jackadam, Sizing John, a gap to Fleming Star, and finally Outlander as they make the turn at the top of the course. And heading towards the next fence at the top of the hill, Coney Gree by over 4 lengths to Champagne West in second, 3-length break to Jackadam, and they're followed by Sizing John, and then a gap to Fleming Star, and Outlander not travelling well at the back of the field as they race downhill. Another 9 fences to be jumped, and Coney Gree by about 5 to Champagne West in second. Then there's a gap of almost 4 lengths to Jackadam, who's about 3 in front of Sizing John, and behind Sizing John is Fleming Star, and bringing up the rear is Outlander. This is 9 fences from home, and Coney Gree jumping well in the lead from Champagne West in second, and they're followed in third by Jackadam, and then Sizing John, Fleming Star, who's clear of Outlander. As they come to the next fence now, 8 from home, Coney Gree in the lead over from Champagne West. Jackadam is third, Sizing John tracks him, Fleming Star a few lengths back, and Outlander's been pulled up. As they run down the back, 7 to jump, 3 of them on the far side, and Coney Gree has a 6-length lead over Champagne West. Jackadam is in third. He's tracked all the way by Sizing John, and Fleming Star is 5th and last at the first in the back straight. Coney Gree, again a good jump by the leader over from Champagne West. Jackadam getting a bit closer, and a couple of lengths behind him is Sizing John, and they've gone away from Fleming Star as they come to the next fence now, and Coney Gree is over in front from Champagne West, Jackadam, and then Sizing John clear of Fleming Star as they race to the last fence on the far side. 5 from home. Coney Gree has made all the running. He leads from Champagne West. Jackadam is in third. Sizing John is over in fourth, clear of Fleming Star as they run the turn, taking them out of the back straight. 4 fences left to jump. Coney Gree out in front. Champagne West remains second. Jackadam is just behind them, and tracking them is Sizing John, clear of Fleming Star. Coming down towards the fourth last, Coney Gree with a 4-length lead from Champagne West. 3/4 of a length away is Jackadam. 2 lengths back to Sizing John as they come down towards the fourth last. Coney Gree has the lead. Champagne West, Sizing John beginning to improve on the outside of Jackadam, and then Fleming Star, and it's Coney Gree the leader from Jackadam. Sizing John is next, and then Champagne West clear of Fleming Star as they come down towards the third last. Coney Gree the leader from Jackadam. Sizing John is there on the outside, and Champagne West has dropped to fourth. Coney Gree the leader from Sizing John and Jackadam together. Then Champagne West, you can't stay with them as they run the turn into the straight. 2 to jump in the Coral Punchestown Gold Cup. Coney Gree, Jackadam, Sizing John just being urged along behind them as they face the second last. Coney Gree, he's been there all the way. Jackadam in the centre. Right of the picture is Sizing John. They're clear of Champagne West. Coney Gree still with the advantage at the second last. Gets in close, hits it, nods on landing. Jackadam is in the centre. Sizing John is on the near side as they race towards the final fence. Jackadam has it. Sizing John on the near side, and Coney Gree trying to fight back at the last. Jackadam, Sizing John on the near side. Jackadam was clumsy. On the near side is Sizing John, and then Coney Gree as they race into the closing stages now. Jackadam, Sizing John on the near side, and Sizing John is going to get up as they race the line. It's desperately close, but Sizing John has it narrowly from Jackadam. Big run from Coney Gree, third, a long way back to Champagne West, and finally Fleming Star. So it looks as if history has been made. The Irish Gold Cup, the Cheltenham Gold Cup, and the Punchestown Gold Cup in the 1 year. Sizing John from Jackadam.
Oh, what a race. That's why we love this jump racing, Ted Walsh and Davy Russell.
That was as good as of a Gold Cup race that we've seen for a long, long time. One of the best we've ever seen here at Punchestown. Nip and tuck every step of the way. Jackadam just got under the last, Sizing John land that bit quicker. Coney Gree, win, lose or draw, he ran a cracker every step of the way. A credit to everybody concerned. But a Sizing John just does Jackadam by about a neck, I'd say.
Absolutely brilliant.
Not even. The only thing, Ruby's horse's head was right down on the line. It's tighter than people think now.
Well, Sizing John has won now.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Coney Green made the race.
Oh, made the race. Went a real good gallop in front. Nick de Bonville gave him a great ride. Jackadam jumped super. So did Sizing John. For a few strides when they rounded the bend, I thought Jackadam was just going that bit better than Sizing John. But Sizing John stays every step of the way, as we saw at Cheltenham. A great lep at the second last by Jackadam. Lands him upsides Coney Gree. And Sizing John here on the stand side.
Yeah.
Sizing John here on the stand side. Both of them, all three of them jumped the last nearly together. Sizing John wasn't great at that. Jackadam was that bit better. They're going down to the last, flat to the mat every step of the way. And Jackadam is just a shade in front there at this one, but he gets under the last a bit. Just doesn't wing it, lands in a bit of a heap and just gives away the initiative a little bit, gives Sizing John the chance to get back at him. There's only nip and tuck all the way, and Coney Green on the far side running a cracker, but it's going to be Robbie Power and Sizing John who shade the day from Jackadam and Coney Green. A great race, David Russell, as good a race as we've seen here at Punchestown. Like Jackadam was lucky at the last.
He was lucky to stand up.
Yeah,
and
lucky to stand up, and that's what cost him the race.
But sure, that's the margins you're dealing with.
Short head is all he got beat.
Yeah, short head. It was tight, and that's the margins you're dealing with when you're at the top level like that, you know. And to be fair, look, Puppy has been brilliant on his horse. Jessie, what a year she's after having, and you know, again the Potts again in the parade ring, a fabulous horse, and it deserves all the credit because you know it was a brilliant race.
The last fence was the winning and losing of it. Jackadam just got under it and hit it a clout. He hit it worse when you saw the head on.
Yeah, and Puppy winged it.
Yeah,
it was the second last of the Cheltenham Festival. It was the last for Jackadam, but even getting a wonderful reception coming back in, Jackadam and also Coney Gree as well. But the winner will get a tremendous reception, a real enthusiastic crowd here, and they were served an absolute thriller to the Coral Punchestown Gold Cup. But you were having a bet or not, and Coney Gree, the Gold Cup heroine, the Bradstocks, Champagne West, of course, was fourth. Outlander was pulled up at halfway. But it was some race, Davy Russell.
It was brilliant. And, you know, halfway through the race, everybody was where they wanted to be. They'd all had loads of room. It was as good a Gold Cup we've seen here in Punchestown for a long, long time. You had two previous Cheltenham Gold Cup winners in it. And there's, look, a blanket had covered the three of them.
It was tremendous. We have to get a look at it again from coming to the second last, but I
tell you, I could look at that now. I could sit at home and watch that over and over again. It was brilliant. It was
absolutely brilliant to watch. It was a great race. There's Jessie and the family all there waiting for them to come in. Emma, Kate, I'm sure. Bubba just leading them on this side of them here.
We'll have another look at the rerun after the walk back, but we'll stay with the celebrations because...
And isn't it great that he's coming back in on the horse, not copying the English style of getting off out on the track. I thought it was disgraceful at both Liverpool and worse again for the Scottish National. What has got into him is beyond me.
I suppose it was pretty warm over there, Ted, and it's cooler
That's
here.
That's a load of nonsense. And when did you ever see a horse collapse in the winner's enclosure?
No, I didn't.
No, did I. I'm 67. Cogwash. This is brilliant. A brilliant result here. And a great winner of a Gold Cup. And great for everybody to run him here again to it, Punchestown, you know.
It is, but you look, they're athletes, and this is the big stage, and that's what we want. What people, the owners have been training for, and the jockeys are there to ride him on the big stage, and it's great to see it, you know.
This horse getting a huge reception, Robert Hall, huge reception. Robert Hall, you're in the parade ring.
Jessie Harrington, it gets better and better. What a horse we have here.
Oh, what a horse. I tell you, he never was travelling like it was in Cheltenham. It probably was one race too many, but his pure guts got him there.
What a race. I mean, it takes a runner-up, it takes a third as well. Yeah. I mean, what about the runner-up and the third? I mean, they made him go.
They made him go in a serious way. They went some gallop.
This is it for the season, but what a wonderful way to go out.
I know, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Well done, Jessie.
Fantastic, thank you.
Yeah. He does that. He fucks up his arse.
That's what caught him at National Dairy Fell, or in Cheltenham Dairy Fell.
And Robbie Power has won the Coral Punchestown Gold Cup with Sizing John sent off the odds-on favourite in the end. It was a tremendous race. If you just joined us, you missed the thriller. We'll show it to you in due course again. It was a short head, the width of a light coat of paint between Sizing John and Jack Adam, and Coney Gree running a blinder in third as well, Davy.
Yeah, and Aisling Hussey there that looks after him, another very vital part of the team.
A son of Midnight legend, of course. He was a real top-class horse, trained on the flat by Luca Comani, then went to David the Duke Nicholson, was actually a winner here at the Punchestown Festival, and he was a really, really good sire from what you could say moderate mares. He was a really good horse, Midnight Legend. And the Dam by Northern Crystal, I think the Dam was trained by Howard Johnson, and I believe is in foal to Telescope, a son of Galileo. There's Robbie Power. This man can do no wrong.
No, sure, he's a brilliant rider, and he's whatever opportunity he's getting, he's grabbing them with both hands and making the best of it that he can get, you know.
Yeah, and he has a great rider, and look going the way as well too. Any mistakes that are going to be made, he's not making them. You know what I mean?
No, and
it's just on a purple patch here.
And Jesse is behind him the whole way, and all them things help. Do you know what I mean? He's got a good trainer that's behind him the whole way, and good horses to ride, and that's all any man wants.
But it's important to share the round as well, isn't it? That's what it's all about. It's just
I don't know. I'd prefer I was getting a bit more of it myself now.
No, you can't be that greedy now, Dave. It's important to share the round.
You can, Brian.
Robbie
we might get a look at the last fence again from a different angle in a few moments. There we are, coming down to now again.
This is worth watching.
Yeah, Jack Adam in the centre, Coney Gree. But what a great race Coney Gree ran as well too. His first run back for 7 or 8 months. He's a credit to the Bradstocks. That's what he is. And he got under that and landed in the heap at the back of it. Jack Adam looks like he has the measure of Sizing John. But to Sizing John's credit, he battles well. But just watch Jack Adam here. Ruby gets into his left hand. He gets into it and he just hits it a butt there. Up his backside comes and just locks that bit of momentum. If he'd landed running, there's only a short head in it, but Sizing John puts his head out. All 3 horses are as game as you like. Match the men on their backs and just sticks his napper out when it counts.
Yeah. Oh, it was a brilliant race. Robbie Power is talking to Tracy.
Yes, what a race. And I tell you, it's not for the faint-hearted watching that, Robbie. My God, you were right out of your skin. And that horse, he's amazing.
He is. I mean, all credit goes to the horse today, because I was never happy at any stage in the race. He didn't travel with the same fluency. He didn't Cheltenham. He didn't jump with the same fluency, you know, and it's all credit to the horse. He's a heart the size of a lion, and he was a bit slow at the second last, and he put his head down and battled, you know, the whole way to the line.
To come back and do that after Cheltenham, I mean, it was something else. As you say, he really has a heart of a lion.
Yeah, he does. I mean, and he's had plenty of racing since Christmas, you know, and I mean, fair credit to Jesse and the team as well for getting him here. But a lot of credit to the horse as well. He's just wasn't the same horse in Cheltenham, but he still won. And good horses.
I think we're a little bit modest there, because you rode a brilliant race there, and you had to battle too, and to get him up. I mean, I watched it with your father, and I thought I was going to have to scrape him off the ground at one point. It was hard to watch, but my God, he came out in front. Brilliant.
Wasn't easy to ride either, Tracy.
I can imagine. Well done. Delighted for you.
Oh, what a race. The Coral Punchestown Gold Cup goes to Sizing John, 10-9 on favourite, beats Jack Adam by a short head at 5-2, and third home number 2 Coney Gree at 6-1. Tom will update us on the Gold Cup betting next year in due course, but we have lots more coming up after the commercial break.